The spot so deep, deep, deep. Thirsty for adventure on the sea, set the sail and heave ho, adventure is for me. Searching for the treasure hidden well, on the secret treasure map, a tale I'll never tell. I'll say arr and sail the open sea, hoist the Jolly Roger and a pirate you shall be. Hey, hey, ho, windward or to lee, hoist the Jolly Roger and a pirate you shall be. Next marks the spot so deep, deep, deep. Marks the spot so deep, deep, deep. On the run, escape is what we'll do. Now we have the booty and a mighty crew. Man your guns, the Kraken's on the way. Load your cannon well, lads, and wait until I say, coming about, so ready, set, fire. So ready, set, fire! I'll say arr and sail the open sea, hoist the Jolly Roger and a pirate you shall be. Hey, hey, ho, windward or to lee, hoist the Jolly Roger and a pirate you shall be. You shall be.
Hello, grade 4 pupils. This video lesson will cover the week 14 lesson of our mathematics class. So to start our discussion today, kindly get your mathematics book for your reference. Okay, so for this week, we are going to discuss the Unit 3. It's about fractions, decimals, ratio, and proportion. Okay, so we will discuss the Chapter 7, Fractions. So let us first tackle the lesson 1, its kinds of fraction. Page 126. Okay, so let us read the problem. Mrs. Tan baked a rectangular cake. She cut it into 8 equal parts and gave 3 parts to her children. Okay, so this is the cake looks like. Okay, she cut it into 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then she gave the 3 parts to her children. Okay, so what part of the cake was left? Okay, so what is a fraction, by the way? A fraction, it is a number that names a part of a whole or a set of objects. Okay, so the fraction 5/8 tells the part of the cake that was left. Okay, so a fraction has these parts, the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so what is numerator? A numerator, that is the number above the fraction bar. So this is the fraction bar. So the numerator is the number above the fraction bar. The numerator also tells the number of parts being considered. Okay, so this one is the shaded parts. Okay, then we have the denominator. Okay, so 8 is the denominator, the number below the fraction bar. Denominator tells the number of equal parts of a whole region or a set is divided into. Okay, so let us study the next example. Mrs. Tan sold pastries during a food fair. Okay, so study each set of pastries that were sold during the fair. What part of the pastries was she able to sell? Okay, she have cupcakes, cookies, and pies. Okay, so cupcakes. Okay, so this one, cupcake, she has 40 cupcakes and 30 were sold. Okay, so 30 over 40. So this fraction is an example of proper fraction. Okay, when you say proper fraction, its value is less than 1. The numerator is less than the denominator. Okay, so gamay ang numerator kaysa denominator. 30 is lesser than 40. So this is a proper fraction. Okay, so another example of proper fraction we have 4/10. 8/25 or 8 over 25 and 12 over 100. Okay, so these are examples of proper fractions. The numerator is less than the denominator. Mas gamay ang numerator kaysa denominator. Okay, then we have the cookies. Okay, she has 10 cookies, then 10 are sold or equals 10 over 10 equals to 1. Okay, so here, this fraction is an example of improper fraction. Okay, its value is equal to or greater than 1. Okay, so when you say improper fraction, the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, so improper gani, equal ang numerator ug ang denominator, or mas dako ang numerator kaysa denominator. Okay, example for this are 7 over 3, 100 over 35, then 45 over 45. Okay, so notice these two fractions. Okay, the numerator are bigger than the denominator. Okay, so that is improper fraction. Okay, then we have the pies. Okay, so ang pi kay na siya 2 pi 2 and 3/4 kay awa. Look at. Okay, so this is an example of a mixed number. It consists of a whole number and a proper fraction, right? Okay. So, naa siya whole number which is 2, then a proper fraction. So, this is a mixed number. So, other example of mixed number are 5/7/10, 10 and 5/100, and 25 and 33/50. Okay, so again, ang mixed number naa siya whole number and a proper fraction. Okay, so improper fractions can be written as mixed number and vice versa. Okay, so this improper fraction, it could be written as mixed, or this mixed fraction, it could be written as improper. Okay, so let us study how to change improper fraction to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. Okay, so this one, change 2 and 1/4 to an improper fraction. So this is a mixed number, right? Okay, you need to change that one to improper fraction. Okay, so step 1, you need to multiply the denominator of the fraction and the whole. Okay, so the denominator is 4, so you need to multiply 2 and multiply the denominator of the fraction and the whole. So 4 and 2, or 2 times 4 equals 8. Then after that one, add the product, okay, which is 8, to the numerator. Okay, so 2 times 4, okay, you need to multiply, then on the product, you will add the product to the numerator of the fraction, which is 1. So 8 plus 1 equals 9. Okay, then after that one, write the sum as the numerator of the improper fraction and copy the given denominator. Okay, so after that one, imo na i-copy ang sum sa 8 plus 1, which is 9. Then you will just copy the denominator, which is 4. So, it is very easy to change improper fraction to mixed number, right? Okay. Mixed number to improper. Okay, so another example we have here, 3 and 2/5. Okay, so 3 and 2/5. Okay, so you will multiply the denominator of the fraction and the whole number. So 5 times 3 equals 15. Then you will add the numerator, 15 plus 2, which is 17. Then you will copy the denominator of the fraction, which is 5. So 3 and 2/5 is equivalent to 17/5. Okay, so next we will change to 28/3 to a mixed number. So 28/3, diba? That is improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So we will change that one to mixed number. Okay, how to change? Okay, so you need to follow the step. Okay, so here you will divide the numerator by the denominator. So, imo ra di ang i-divide. Okay, so 28 divided by 3 is 9 with the remainder of 1. Okay, so you will use the quotient as a whole number, part of the mixed number. Write the remainder as the numerator of the fractional part and copy the same denominator. Okay, so thus 28/3 is equal to 9 and 1/3. Okay, so another example, teacher. Okay, so you have here 31 over 4. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so here 31 over 4. Okay, so how do you, sorry, it's 37 over 4. Okay, 37 over 4. You will change this improper fraction to mixed number. Okay, so 37 divided by 4 is, yes, it's 9. Okay, so 37 divided by 4, it's 9. With a remainder of, pila? 1. Okay, so therefore, 37, okay, so you will write that one as 9 and 1/4. Okay, so 37 divided, 37 over 4 is equivalent to 9 and 1/4. Okay, so that is how to change improper fraction to mixed number. Okay, so let us study the following number lines that show different sets of fractions. This number line shows similar or like fractions, the same fractions. They have the same denominator. Okay, so look at the fractions. You have here 0 over 4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. Okay, look at the denominator. They are all 4. They are all the same. So they are called similar fractions or like fractions. Okay, so another number line. Okay, it shows the similar or unlike fractions. Okay, they have different denominators. Okay, so 0 over 8, 4 over 16, 1/2, 3/4, 32 over 32. So look at the denominator. They have different denominators. So that is why it is called the similar or unlike fraction. Okay, so again, a proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is less than the denominator. And its value is always less than 1/2. Okay, an improper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, its value is greater than or equal to 1/2. Okay, so a mixed number. Okay, it consists of a whole number and a proper fraction. Its value always greater than 1/2. Then the fractions in a set are similar if the denominators are all fractions in set are the same. If the denominators are different, the fractions are dissimilar. Okay, so how to change improper to mixed number? To change an improper fractions to mixed number, you need to divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, write the quotient as the whole number, part of the mixed number, and the remainder as the numerator of the fractional part. Then, you will just copy the same denominator. Okay, so to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, you need to multiply the denominator and by the whole number. Then, you will write the sum as the numerator. You need to add the product to the numerator of the fraction. Then you will write the sum as the numerator of the improper fraction and copy the same denominator. Okay, so let's proceed to lesson 2, equivalent fractions and the fractions in lowest term. Okay, so mother had a whole pizza. She gave 1/2 of it to Betty and 2/4 of it to Buddy. Okay, so who got the bigger part of the pizza? Let us observe the figure. Okay, so here. This is 1/2, then 2 1/4. So 2 1/4 is equivalent to 2/4. Okay, so based on the figure, the shaded parts for 1/2 and 2/4 are the same, right? Okay, so 2/4 and 1/2 are equivalent fractions because they have the same value. So therefore, BT and Buddy got an equal part of pizza. So also 1/2 is the lowest term of 2/4. Okay, so there are two ways to find fractions that are equivalent to the given fraction. Okay, so method 1, using multiplication, find fractions that are equivalent to 2/5. Okay, so multiply 2/5 by any fraction equivalent to 1 whole. Note that a fraction with the same numerator and denominator such as 2/2, 3/3, and 4/4 is equal to 1. So when you multiply any of these fractions and 2/5, the product is equivalent to 2/5. Okay, so example, this one. 2/5 times 2/2. So 2 times 2 is 4, then 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so we will reduce this one to the lowest term. So it is still 2/5. Okay, divided by 2, diba? That is how to get the lowest term. You will divide both sides by the common or the LCM. Okay, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 2/5. Then another, this one. 2/5 times 3/3 equals 6. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. Then 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so we will reduce this one to lowest term, which is, okay, we will multiply both sides by divide both sides by 3. Okay, so 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then 15 divided by 3 is 5. So it's still 2/5. Okay, so 2/5 times 4/4. Okay, 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Then 5 times 4 is 20. So you will divide both sides by 4. Okay, so 8 divided by 4 is 2. Then 20 divided by 4 is 5. So it's still 2/5. Okay, so thus 2/5 is equal to 4/10 is equal to 6/15 is equal to 8/20. Okay, so using division, that is using multiplication. Then we have using division. Let's find fractions that are equivalent to 18/72. Okay, so then we will find their common factors. Okay, so the factors of 18 we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Then 72, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36, and 72. So the common factors of 18 and 72 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So divide both the numerator and the denominator of 18. Okay, so we will divide both the numerator and the denominator of 18 over 72 by each common factors of the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so all the quotients will equivalent to 18 and 1. Okay, so common factors nila kay 2, 3, 6. Okay, so first is here, 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 72 divided by 2 is 36. Okay, here 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 72 divided by 3 is 24. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 72 divided by 6 is 12. Okay, here 9. 18 divided by 9 is 2. Then 72 divided by 8 is, divided by 9 is 8. Then 18 divided by 18. Okay, so 18 divided by 18 is 1. And 72 divided by 18 is 4. So thus, 18 over 72 is equivalent to 9 over 36, 6 over 24, 3 over 12, 2 over 8, and 1/4. Okay, so that is dividing using division. Okay, so dividing a given factor by the GCF of its numerator and denominator will give the lowest term of the fraction. So in our previous example, the GCF of 18 and 72 is 18. Hence, the lowest term of 18 and 72 is 1/4. Okay, so here are more examples. You have using multiplication. Find 3 fractions that are equivalent to 3/8. Okay, here. So you have here 3 over 3 and 5 over 5 and 10 over 10. So 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 5 is 40. 3 times 10 is 30. And 8 times 10 is 40. So, kuan siya? That is equal. Okay, so 3/8 is equal to 9 over 24, 15 over 40, and equal to 30 over 80. Okay, so using division, let's find 3 fractions that are equivalent to 24 over 60. Then find the lowest term of the fraction 24 over 60. Okay, let's find the factors. Okay, the factors of 24 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Then the GCF is 60 I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 60. Okay, so the common factors of 24 and 60 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Okay, 6 and 12. So the GCF or the greatest common factor of 24 and 60 is 12. Okay, so let's find. Okay, so let's divide. Okay, 24 divided by 2 is 12. 60 divided by 2 is 30. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 60 divided by 3 is 20. 24 divided by 6 is 4. 60 divided by 6 is 10. Thus, 24 over 60 is equal to 30. 12 over 30 is equal to 8 over 20 and is equal to 4 over 10. So, to find the lowest term of 24, divide its numerator and the denominator by the lowest GCF, which is 12. Okay, so the lowest term is 2/5. So, on the other hand, you can use LCM of the 2 or more numbers to change the set of dissimilar fractions to similar fractions. Okay, so to do this, find fractions that are equivalent to each set of dissimilar fractions whose denominators are equal to LCM. Okay, so the easiest method of finding the lowest term is the division method. You need to find the GCF of the numerator and the denominator. Then find the GCF. Then what is the GCF? You need to divide it in the numerator and the denominator so that you can reduce it to lowest term. Okay, so let us study the following examples. Convert the following set of dissimilar fractions to similar fractions. Okay, you have here 2/3 and 3/4. Okay, so the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Okay, so find the fractions that are equivalent to 2/3 and 3/4 whose denominator is 12. Okay, so which is the least common denominator or the LCD of the two given fractions? So the LCD is the same with LCM. of the denominators. Okay, so therefore, the similar fractions that are equivalent to 2/3 and 3/4 are 8. Okay, so you need to multiply. Okay, so 8/12 and 9/12 respectively. Okay, so next example, we have 3/6, 5/9, and 2/3. Okay, the LCM of 6, 3, 9, and 3 is 18. Okay, so you need to multiply. Okay, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 6/6. Okay, so therefore, the fractions 3, 6, 5, 9, and 2/3 are equivalent to 9/18. Okay, 10/18, 12/18 respectively. Okay, so then we will proceed to comparing and ordering fractions. Jenny, Pamela, and Lucy made milkshakes. Jenny used 1/4 cup of milk. Pamela used 3/4 cup of milk. And Lucy used 2/4 cup of milk for the shakes. Who used the greatest amount of milk? Okay, since the given fractions are similar fractions, you can just compare the numerators. The bigger the numerator, the greater the fraction, if it is similar fraction. Okay, so 3/4 is, okay, 3/4 is greater than 1/4, and 3/4 is greater than 2/4. Okay, so the fraction 3/4 is the greatest, So thus, Pamela used the greatest amount of milk. So arranging the girls according to the amount of milk they use, starting from the least amount, you have Jenny, which has 1/4, Lucy 2/4, and Pamela 3/4 from the least amount. So to complete their milkshake, the girls use the following amounts to crush ice. Okay, so Jenny crushed 2/5, 2/5 cup, 2/3 cup, and Pamela 2/4 cup. So we will arrange the girls according to the amount crushed they use, starting from the greatest amount. Okay, so to arrange the fractions, compare them two at a time. So to compare the similar fractions with the same denominator, okay, just compare directly their denominator. The smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction, if they are the similar fractions. Okay, so 2/5 is less than 2/3. 2/5 is less than 2/4. 2/4 is less than 2/3. So from greatest amount to least amount of crushed ice used, the girls will arrange as Lucy got 2/3, 2/4, and 2/5. Okay, so let us study another example. Which fraction is greater, 3/5 or 2/3? Okay, since 3/5 and 2/3 are dissimilar fractions, you need to change them to similar fractions so that you can compare. Okay, so you need to find the LCM. Okay, the least common multiple. Okay, by listing their multiples. Okay, the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15. Okay, the multiples of 3 is 3, 6, 9, and 12, and 15. And so on. So the LCM is 15. Change 3/5 and 2 to similar fractions with 15 as their denominator. Okay, so multiply 3/5 times 3/3. So it's 3 times 3 is 9. Then 5 times 3 is 15. 2/3 times 5/5 equals 10. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, then 3/5. Okay, so 3 times 5 equals 15. Since 10 over 15 is greater than 9 over 10, then 2/3 is greater than 3/5. Okay, so next, arrange the fractions from least to greatest, from smallest to biggest. Okay, so you have here 4 over 10, 2 over 15, and 3/5. List the multiples of the denominator. Okay, the multiples of 10 is 10, 20, 30, and so on. 15, 15, 30. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the LCM is 30. Change the fractions. Okay, change the fractions to the similar fractions with 30 as their denominator. Okay, so kapila man siya ang 10. So, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 over 3. Then, ang 15 kay 2. 1, 2. Then, ang 30 kay 6. Okay, so, here. 4 times 3 is 12. 10 times 3 is 30. 2 times 2 is 4. 15 times 2 is 30. 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times 6 is 30. Since 4 over 30 is less than 12 over 30, and 12 over 30 is less than 18 over 30, then the fractions will be arranged this way. So, (12 over 15), then 4 over 10, then 3/5. Okay, so in comparing similar fractions, compare their numerators. The bigger the numerator, the greater the fraction. Then in comparing the similar fractions with the same numerator, compare their denominators. The smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction. Okay, so to compare the similar fractions, find the LCM. Okay, the LCM of the denominators. Then change the similar fractions to similar fraction using the LCM as their denominator. Then compare the similar fractions. Okay, so to arrange fractions either in ascending or least to greatest, or descending greatest to least order, compare the fractions two at a time, following the rules on comparing similar and dissimilar fractions. Okay, so that would be all for this week, grade 4 pupils. I hope you have learned something new today. And if you have any questions or clarification, don't hesitate to message me on my messenger account, or you can raise your questions and clarification during our virtual discussion. Keep safe and God bless everyone!